Hi, how are you guys? We're in the second week of the Nazarite internship. That's why it's been a little bit long for me to get this update out. But as I said in the first video, there would be another one down below. That's this one, in which you guys will hear a little bit more about the trip that they took to visit a safe house for women who or children as well who were previously trafficked and prostituted. So this is Beardy or Viridiana. She's part of the House of Prayer full time. She's heading up the prayer and intercession time for the end of human trafficking. So she's going to tell you a little bit about the trip in small phrases, short in Spanish, and I'm going to translate.
Hola. Bueno, a principios de este mes tuvimos la oportunidad de viajar al Pozo.
In the beginning of this month, they had the opportunity to travel to the Pozo. That's the name of the safe house.
Es el refugio donde pues viven niñas que son rescatadas en operativos de centros donde las prostituyen.
It's a refuge for children or young girls who have been rescued in operations in which they've gone in to put a stop to prostitution.
Y aunque no tuvimos la oportunidad de convivir con las niñas, sí pudimos platicar con el equipo que está encargado de cuidarlas.
Now, they didn't have the opportunity to actually speak to the young girls, but they did have the opportunity to speak to the staff who is helping out and taking care of them.
Y pues fue un tiempo muy interesante porque pudimos platicar y ellos nos pudieron dar como un panorama un poquito más amplio de lo que realmente está pasando.
It was a very interesting and wonderful time in which the staff could give them a better understanding and give them a wider range of what's really going on in human trafficking.
Y aún pudimos ver cómo ellos trabajan con estas niñas para poder restaurarlas como en la parte de la sociedad, aún como en su parte almática.
So they could see or learn how the staff helps to restore these young girls, to restore them back into society, and also restore the damage that's been going on the inside emotionally, and just restore them as a whole.
Y pues para nosotros como intercesores fue muy padre poder convivir con ellos porque aún podemos.
As intercessors, it was awesome to be able to hang out with them.
Aún podemos ver cómo, aunque nosotros estamos como en la parte de intercesión y ellos en la parte como física,
Like their part, like our part here in intercession, and then their part there right on the field.
estamos trabajando juntos porque la justicia de Dios se establezca en la tierra.
And they're working, those two parts, they're working together so that the justice or the righteousness of God is established on the earth.
Y pues al final fue muy padre porque tuvimos la oportunidad de pues darles una palabra de parte de Dios, de orar por ellos y aún poder ofrendarles algo.
So it was awesome to hang out with them, to be able to give them a word on behalf of the Lord, and also to sow into them with an offering. My question I'm going to ask her is if she could just explain a little bit more about just human trafficking, the reality of what's going on. ¿Puedes explicar un poquito más acerca de la realidad del tráfico humano y lo que está pasando?
Pues bueno, la realidad es que pues esto es como un monstruo muy grande.
The reality is that it's a monster.
Como tanto en la parte que se ve como en la parte invisible o espiritual es un monstruo de tinieblas.
Both in the visible aspect of what can be seen and the part that's invisible in the spiritual aspect is just a huge monster. Pero explica un poquito como qué es tráfico humano, lo que es la realidad de México.
Pues la realidad en México del tráfico humano es que somos el tercer lugar en trata de personas.
So the reality in Mexico, specifically here in Cuernavaca, is that we're the third, the highest place in human trafficking in the world.
Y en otro de los estados, aquí mismo en este país, es donde es como la capital, o es conocido como la capital de la trata de personas.
And in other parts of this state and in the republic, there are like areas that are considered like the capital of human trafficking.
Y pues por lo, por lo mismo como que estamos llenos como, somos como la conexión entre Estados Unidos y Sudamérica.
And because Mexico is kind of the connection between the United States and Latin and South, all of South America,
Aquí es como, está muy fuerte aquí.
it's very strong here.
La trata de personas más como en el sentido de explotación sexual.
And both in human trafficking and sexual exploitation of people. Una pregunta más, que si puedes dar unos testimonios de lo que está pasando ahora sí. So my next question I asked is she could just give us one or two testimonies about what's been going on through prayer to help end human trafficking.
Hace poco estuvimos orando específicamente por Tenancingo.
Specifically, they were praying for a place in Tenancingo.
Y a la semana pudimos ver una noticia, 3 hombres de ese mismo municipio
In a week's time, in the news, they found out that 3 men from that very area,
se entregaron ellos mismos
they turned themselves in
a las autoridades.
to the authorities.
Y nuestra oración era de que Dios trajera una convicción a sus corazones.
And their prayer was that, or our in the house prayer was that that conviction would enter into their hearts.
Y después pasó ese testimonio.
And then there was this testimony. Y lo que pasó esta semana.
Y esta semana estuvimos orando.
And this week we were praying.
Bueno, estuvimos orando igual por la trata, por inmigrantes.
We were praying for
Dios
immigrants,
inmigrantes.
that the Lord would keep them safe. Just a side note, that's because many people who travel from South America to get to the United States, out of 100%, only 2% arrive, and so many of them, if they're not killed, especially the women, they could be trafficked.
Y me parece que en la noche o al otro día
So in the night after this prayer time, or the next day,
salió la noticia de que 84 inmigrantes fueron liberados.
in the news, ¿cuántos?
84.
81.
81.
In the news, 81 immigrants were freed.
Al norte del país por una denuncia anónima.
In the north of Mexico because of just an anonymous call. So that's just exciting. I want to encourage you guys to even keep praying for us here in Mexico. I'm really all of your support and prayer financially, however it might be to me specifically, to other missionaries who also need support. Just keep praying and keep being with us. Please just remember that none of this is in vain. The Lord is doing wonderful, amazing things here. And these testimonies are small and few. Like the Lord, this is a small bit better yet of all what the Lord's doing. So soon, I really do want to send out another update next week so you can hear a little bit more about what's going on specifically in the Nazarite conference and how it's been. But remember, keep us in prayer and also keep praying with us for the end of human trafficking, because it is the modern day slavery of our times and the Lord is not pleased with it. So God bless. You are in my prayers. I love you guys and hope to hear from you soon.